Hello everybody and welcome back to the Backlog channel. Today is the day before the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that we've all been waiting for. It is April 1st and the Direct goes live at 6 a.m. at least for me on April 2nd. Which means there's T-minus 18 hours until this Direct. So, I thought to just make it a little more interesting, I made my very own Nintendo Switch 2 Direct bingo card. So, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow on the main channel. If you pop in there tomorrow, you will see this in one of the corners, probably the bottom left or bottom right or something. And we will be crossing off spots until the Direct is over. Now, I'd like to, just in this real quick video, talk about what I have on here and what all the spots mean so you know for when I go live tomorrow. I'll also probably re-say all of this before the stream, but starting at the top left, I put 3D Mario game reveal. So this is one of the first things I thought of. I'm thinking there was a lot of conspiracy behind the idea of there being a Mario Odyssey 2. I do not think that's gonna happen. I think they're going to reveal a new 3D Mario game called Super Mario Journey. A lot of people have been talking about this actually. And it will end up being the big holiday game of this year at the very end of 2025. It'll come out maybe October, November. And yeah, simple. Next up, I've got a doozy. I've got a few of these, but this is the most out there prediction. We've got Wii NSO. So Wii Nintendo Switch Online service. So I don't think this is possible. This is just something I threw on there just for shits and giggles, just in case it ever happens. We'll see. It probably won't, but I mean, self-explanatory. They add the Wii as one of the services for the Nintendo Switch Online, and I assume they'd probably make it more money. This would be another tier up. So there's the basic tier at 20 bucks. There's the ultimate tier at 50 bucks where you get N64, GBA, all that type of stuff. And then there'd probably be a premium tier, which would be 80 to 100 bucks a month, or I'm sorry, a year. If I meant a year, if I was saying a month, I meant a year. And that would include everything I just said plus Wii NSO. So moving on. This is a personal prediction I've seen practically no one else really talk about. If they have, I didn't see it. The C button standing for cursor, as in you press this button and it turns your Joy-Con from a normal controller into a mouse with a cursor. C stands for cursor. Simple. I'm most confident that that's what the C button is going to be for, but we'll just have to wait and see. Metroid Prime 4 cross-gen. So I have two spots like this. I have Metroid Prime 4 cross-gen and then another one moving forward, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. From what I've seen from the Metroid Prime 4 trailers, it is practically impossible that this game is only a Switch 1 game. It looks too good. It looks like it's running at a beautiful frame rate. But to be fair, that could mean it's footage based off PC when they're, creating this game on a PC and it looks super nice, and then it'll be squished down to its Switch 1 counterpart. But I have pretty big faith that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a cross-gen release. Probably one of the first, if not Legend ZA might be the first, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Moving forward, menu music. Now, this is a small one. Just think of the Wii U. Actually, not even the Wii. Actually, yeah. Think of the Wii U. Think of the Wii. They had menu music. When you were in the menu, it wasn't even music. It was just kind of little ambiance noise. And it fit the vibe perfectly. Bring it back, Nintendo. Bring some personality to your console again. Next up, we got mainline Zelda teaser. So I think this is going to end the Direct. If you haven't seen, this is one of my predictions in the video where I talked about what I think was going to be in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I'll link that above if you guys want to see that next. But mainline Zelda teaser. I think this is going to end the Direct, and it's going to be a tiny little teaser. It's not going to show basically anything, but just be like, there's a new Zelda game, and maybe even a release date. Maybe like a 2026 or 2027. Throw something on the screen, get people talking, make it a highlight. That'll be a highlight of the Direct for sure. Next up, we got new eShop. Now, I didn't put specifically what I meant by this on the card. I just meant new eShop. So any type of new eShop I will take for this spot. But I specifically was talking about if they release a new eShop. Again, I talked about this in my other backlogs video. If they make a new eShop for the Switch 2 and then just bring over the old Switch eShop. Next up, I've got something that has been rumored for a while now. Xbox Game Pass. Now, I don't got a lot to say about this one, to be honest. It's just, I mean, Xbox recently has been saying everything is an Xbox. They're really trying to just make anything and everything have Xbox something on it, so that way they are making money, which in the long term is actually hurting them. But for the moment, it is helping them. And I could see the Game Pass being one of those things that comes to the Switch too. And alongside that, I didn't put it as a spot, I probably should have, but probably Halo's gonna come too. But that's not a spot on here, it's just, it will probably happen. Now next up, we got the Switch 1 makes an appearance. This is simple, they'll just eventually at some point show the Switch 1 in comparison to the Switch 2. Simple. Very simple spot, most likely will be taken. It's kind of the secondary free spot, if you will. Next up, we got this spot. I'm basically saying I think the new Mario Kart game is going to be called Mario Kart X. I already talked about why I think that's the case, but I went into more detail. I just think it makes full sense. To not confuse anyone, don't number it because it won't make sense. Mario Kart X, simple. X could mean anything. It could mean 10. It could mean what a track could possibly look like, kind of like how the figure 8 was a figure 8 like course in the game. It could mean cross, as in like more characters from other Nintendo franchises are coming as well. So Mario Kart X blank. Many options with that name. It is a little cliche. A lot of things use the X, but I think it would work in this situation. Next up, moving to the third row, we got new gimmick franchise. So kind of think your ARMS or your Nintendo Land or your Wii Sports. These are gimmicks games that came day one of the consoles they were on, the Wii U, the Wii, the Switch 1, and they were primarily to show off the gimmick of the new console. So I think there's going to be a new gimmick game that comes out for the Switch 2, and it will have something to do with the mouse support on the console. Now, next up, we got Splatoon 4. This is, again, pretty simple. I think they're just going to do a little teaser show off or even just a full reveal of the next Splatoon game. Simple. I could also see them making a sub-series for the first time, and that's what they revealed, but I'm pretty sure they'll just show off Splatoon 4, especially for the first Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Now we move on to our free space straight in the middle. Mouse support, we already know it exists. We're like 99.9999. We're very close to knowing 100% that this is real. So it's just a free space. We don't know for sure. It hasn't been said out of the words of a Nintendo employee, but it is most likely. So that's why it's a free space. It's a guarantee, basically. Moving on. Reveal of Game Center Direct coming later. So, for example, there was Mario Maker specific directs where it was nothing but Mario Maker news. There was Smash Brothers Direct, especially right after Smash was revealed in another direct. They talked about there was going to be a Smash Brothers Center Direct where it was completely Smash news. Now, I think this is going to happen with most likely the new 3D Mario game, possibly Mario Kart. I could see, I have a bigger feeling it would be the Mario game, possibly even Splatoon 4 if they're feeling frisky with it. But I think there's going to be some sort of Game Center Direct coming later. Next up, the Nintendo DS will get NSO. I am 99% confident that even if it's not shown off in this direct, the DS will come to the Nintendo Switch Online service exclusively for the Switch 2 and for the higher $50 tier people. It will be another incentive for people to ditch their Switch 1 and make the upgrade. They need to make as many things as possible to show people this console is new. It's got the same name practically, but just with a 2 in front of it. It's not just more powerful, it has things the Switch 1 doesn't. And this could be another way of them showing that to the people. And I mean, the DS NSO has been revealed for years, or not revealed, but it's been talked about for years. It will most likely happen. It is the next step. Next up, we got 2 bundles, including a basic and premium. So what I mean by this is I think they're gonna reveal the date, probably beginning of June, end of May, if not early July at the very latest, I'd assume. And I think they're going to reveal it as a 2 bundle options. You can get the $400 or $350 option with less storage and without a pack-in game, whatever the gimmick game is going to be. I think that'll be a pack-in. Or you could get the $400 or $450 option with the pack-in game, with more storage, with just a different design. It'll be black and white, I assume. Kind of think similar to the Wii U situation. I could even see them doing a $20 to $30 difference between them. Something, anything that will. I think they will be in some way a 2 bundle situation, and one will be kind of like the basic one with all you really need, and the second one will be premium with extra little things like maybe the Joy-Con slot controller where you slot them into the piece of plastic that's shaped like a controller. I could see Nintendo changing it up where they make it only in the second, the premium bundle. That is a very Nintendo thing to do. Now, moving along, this one I am half and half on. The top USB-C being more than just a charger. So, people have been going around talking about maybe making a second screen attachment that will plug into the USB-C. It will support onto the back of the console somehow, and it will be used for Nintendo DS emulation for the DS NSO situation. I don't know. I could see that happening, but I could also see Nintendo being like, we don't need to do that. That would be too expensive, and we wouldn't be making enough money back, and it wouldn't be worth it. No one would buy it. It'd be too expensive for people. I could see them not doing this a million times over. But if you remember Nintendo, they love their gimmicks, man, and that would be a big old gimmick. And they love their accessories. I could see it happening. And maybe not even just that. It could be just used for something even simpler than that. But if it's anything besides a charger, I'm counting it as the spot. Next up, I think this is the second most likely NSO situation. I'm thinking less and less recently because they've been releasing stuff like the 1,000-Year Door for $60 and making money off it. People are buying it regardless. And I mean, why kill all that money that you could be making from just porting these games and re-releasing them in super nice quality? It wouldn't make any sense. So basically, they're not going to do this, I don't think. Next up, menu themes. Please, Nintendo, please. This is so easy. Just make it a Nintendo Online exclusive thing for the basic model, the $20 a year. Give us themes that we can pick through. Maybe if we get a game, it comes with a bundle of themes that we can use, like the new Mario 3D game. It comes with maybe a pack of 5 to 10 themes or stickers or themes that we can put on our background or something. That would be amazing. I'd love that. Everyone would love that. People have been screaming for it for forever. You could even lock it behind money. 50 cents per theme, 25 cents per theme, something like that. You'd make money. It's stupid not to, Nintendo. Please. Next up, simple one, Elden Ring. They're probably going to, if the console's strong enough, they are going to reveal Elden Ring for it. That's how you get people into the console. Oh, whoa, it can play something like Elden Ring completely fine? That's crazy. Maybe it is more powerful than I thought. It's just a perfect game to show off if you're able to even put it on your console. So Legend ZA cross-gen. This is same vein as Metroid Prime 4. I could see this game not being cross-gen. If any of the two games that I said, Metroid Prime 4 or Legend ZA, is gonna not be cross-gen, it's gonna be Legend ZA. Less people care about that one. I wouldn't say that's true. It looks like shit either way, so it'd just be a waste of resources to put it on both. I don't know. I could see it being on both. I could see it not being on both. We'll see. We'll just have to see. Next up, voice chat in console. Now, people have been begging, screaming at Nintendo for this. Why don't you add voice chat in the console itself? Or at least let us use Discord in the background on the console. Make it an app that we can download and have in the background. Something. Anything. It would just be another thing for Nintendo Switch Online members to chew on and be like, haha, other Nintendo or other companies that are giving us worse deals for less things. Nintendo is on top. And it just makes sense. Let's do away with this stupid mobile app. Voice chat, no one wants to do that. You could just do Discord at that point. Voice chat in console and make it where there's a bunch of settings where you can make it how you want. You could change it where it's push to talk. You can change it where it's when you're in loading screens you talk, but in the game you don't, or vice versa. You can change it to you can talk the whole time. You can mute a party. You could have parties. It's just like, it's been a thing in consoles since 2001, and Nintendo still is not agreeing. And just, I see why. Nintendo consoles are usually used by kids. Then add parental controls. You already have parental controls. On the Wii U, you literally had an app that you could FaceTime people through. What's the difference? Except it would just be for games. And you wouldn't see faces. And it'd be actually more appropriate that way. I don't understand Nintendo's logic, but we'll see if they finally budge and give in. Next up, we got a Smash Ultimate port. I don't know if this game is probably least likely to be shown off in the first Switch Direct because it will kind of be a letdown to some people. But I could see there being a Smash Ultimate port. Yep. If there's anything gonna happen. Again, I talked about this on my second channel as a video. What's the future of Smash? What is Smash 6 looking like? I'm thinking it's gonna be a port. If not a completely new experience, but I think it's going to be a port. Next up, GTA 5. So, just like Elden Ring, except I would say almost more important. This is showing people GTA as a franchise, the newest installment, is finally coming to a Nintendo console. Nintendo is caught up to the generation that was created in 2013 when GTA 5 came out, and Nintendo is finally with the dogs in the ring. They can compete with PlayStation. They can have the Rockstars of the world. They can have the Bethesdas of the world. They can have the Ubisofts of the world. They can have Madden. They can have FIFA. They can have NHL. They can have GTA 5. They can have Elden Ring. It's just another thing. It's the second biggest game in the world, guys. It's the second biggest game in the world, and it's not on Nintendo consoles yet. Let's make that generational gap and join the generation. Finally, let's not be behind anymore. It could have been played on the Switch 1, but bring it to the Switch 2 with the best graphics of any other console besides maybe PS5 and Xbox Series X. It just shows something. It really does. It shows a change in the environment of video games. Finally, we got AI upscaling, and this is a simple concept. I think they will... What if you don't know what AI upscaling is, I talked about this in another video. It's basically the idea of creating a game in a 4K engine, 60 FPS, and in turn, bumming down the game about half of the resolution and half of the FPS, throwing it onto the console, natively like that, about 720p, natively, naturally, 30 FPS, naturally, and using AI to re-upscale the game to look good, perform good, and be a lot less storage on your Switch. Now, this is kind of a newer thing. It has existed in other things, but this would be the first big example of Nintendo finally doing something new that the other consoles have, and having a feature that actually would be a good reason to have a Switch 2 over a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. You want to play great games at pretty good quality. Sorry, it's not 8K at 120 frames per second. It's going to take Nintendo 40 years to get to that point, if they ever even do. But, I mean, all you really need is 4K 60 FPS. That is a industry standard at this point. Nintendo shows off its games at this, and at way less storage than a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. That is so much more of a reason for someone to buy the Switch 2, to have more games that look practically the same, because there's more storage option. And yeah, that is my bingo card that I will be using tomorrow at 9 a.m. Tune into the live on the main channel, and thank you everybody so much for watching. See you in the next Backlogs video. Bye bye.